Nigga, this is what that jungle do. Nigga, this is what that jungle do. That jungle turned me to a monster. That jungle made me go harder. That jungle turned me to a monster.
Welcome to the Jungle Podcast. Today we live here at Lincoln University once again. We got two special guests here today. You know, we got the West Coast here, so y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves to the camera.
What's going on, man? My name is Cartier Sosa. You know, I'm from the West Coast, LA. Coming live out here. I'm a junior at Lincoln University. I'm a psychology major. I'm on the football team. I play quarterback, and we here live, man. Jungle Podcast. What's up?
Hey.
What's good, Jungle Podcast? My name is Anthony Spinner. I'm from LA as well. I'm a senior up here. I just finished the football season. My health science major. I'm graduating in May. So, you know, shout out Jungle Podcast.
Hey, man. And I appreciate y'all taking your time coming on the podcast, man. Like, I know everybody busy and stuff like that, man. But appreciate that. It's all love. I know what it is. First thing first, man. I'm going to start it off by saying rest in peace to the great Nipsey Hussle, man. We lost a real leader, man, entrepreneur, a neighborhood hero, a father, an activist, the voice of the West Coast. Could y'all agree? Like, he was the voice, like, son, a brother, a mentor, man. Rest in peace, man. Like, that just shows how the streets is, man. Like, they don't care who you are, bro. Like, they take your life. First question I got for y'all, man, is how did death of Nipsey really affect the city, man?
I mean, well, you could just tell from like social media, you know what I'm saying, just on rip how, you know, how devastated, you know, the city was. And, you know, it's kind of crazy because, you know, people, you know, kind of compare it to, you know, how people took, you know, Pac dying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this young generation, like our generation, you know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't there to, you know what I'm saying, feel that pain, you feel me? But now, you know what I'm saying, Nip died, you know what I'm saying? It's like we feel that pain, and it's just like, you know, like to this day still, like I can't even believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like we still playing videos, you know, you still see, you know, hear songs and all of that stuff, and you just like, damn, like bro really gone, you know what I'm saying? And it's like we not in the city. You know, like we
so
3,000 years, so it's like it's not even here yet. Like I still think it's not even true, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But we just gotta, you know, keep moving on, you know what I'm saying, and build, you know, keep building off of his legacy, you know, just kinda keep going with what he's doing. But definitely, like, the streets is cold, man. Like that's just how it is, and it's just unfortunate that it happened to somebody so great.
I'll chime in on it, you know. Like, it really hit home, like, you know, coming up here, everybody coming up to you asking, like, you know, how you feel about it, you know, you gotta be real with it, you gotta explain them, you know. That's how LA is, you know. Nipsey, even, he made a tape, like, early in his career called Bullets Got No Name, you know. And bullets don't got no name, you know. And, you know, everybody probably thought he didn't have a bullet coming to him, you know, but that's how it went down, you know. Some dudes be hating, like, you know, people making conspiracy theories, talking about the government, this and that. Ain't nothing have to do with the government, you know. That's just the hood for you, you know. And that's how it be sometimes, you know. And then it's sad that he got killed in front of his own foundation. All the work he put into it, you know, and it really hurt. Like, you know, it's touching because that's one of my favorite rappers, you know. You know, and I just had a presentation in my health science class, you know. And I put him at the end of my presentation describing how, like, the marathon continues, you know. Like, I plan on being a strength coach one day, you know, but in my eyes, it's like, you know, it might not happen right away, but it's going to happen soon. That's a part of the marathon, you know. The marathon keep going. So no matter how long it takes, as long as you're doing what you got to do to get to where you need to be, it's always going to count.
And ain't you and Nip go to the same high school, I saw?
Yeah, like, you know, that's the crazy thing is, you know, I remember hearing about that a minute ago, but I always thought it was just like something he just went there for, like a, you know, like probably like a semester or something or anything like that. He actually went there for 2 years, and, you know, and once I heard about that, you know, I'm real cool with a lot of East Africans that went to Hamilton as well. I know that's like a real big thing up there. You know, they come from the Crenshaw district, but they would go to Hamilton instead of going to Crenshaw, which is a crazy thing, but, you know.
So how does that work, like, for people that's not from LA? Like, I'm not from LA, but how does that, like, you say he went to, like, not coming from that district, like, so in LA, do you not go to, like, every district like you supposed to? Like, you have the choice to go to different schools?
Now, it's me, like, with my family. I have 3 brothers that are All-American at Crenshaw. You know, I didn't go to Crenshaw. I went to Hamilton instead. But, you know, my brothers chose to go to Crenshaw. And sometimes it works like that because you want to go there somewhere you feel like has the best sports. Hamilton doesn't always have the best sports, but it's good in academics. All the East Africans I know that went to Hamilton were really smart, you know. Not usually coming to play sports. Some play sports, not all of them though. But sometimes I feel like a family wants you to be in a better environment than the environment that you're already around. Even though you are a product of your environment, doesn't mean you're always going to be around that environment.
Most definitely, most definitely. Alright, and I got another question. So like you spoke on this earlier, you know, about it's being compared to like the Tupac death, and it's kind of like, you know, we wasn't there, you know, we was young, but I want to ask, like, would y'all say the death of Nipsey affects LA just as much as Tupac's death? Because like Baron Davis said, Pac's death, because Pac was the type of dude that would just talk about what he wants to do for the community, but Nip actually did things for the community. Like, he has something to show for the community. So would y'all say that this might be just as much or even bigger than the death of Pac for the city of LA, like for y'all?
Well, you know, like in a case like that, you know, Baron Davis would kind of have that better view, because you know he was there like when Pac, you know, when Pac died, and he here when, you know, Nip died. But I mean, from my point of view at least, you know what I'm saying, I definitely think it would be, you know, right there on the comparison, because it's like, you know, like his foundation, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, he got killed in front of his store, you know what I'm saying? He bought the plaza, like, you know, that plaza, you feel me? Because that was where he used to hang out, you feel me? And they was kicking him out, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't had nowhere to go, you know what I'm saying? He was on the corner, you feel me, doing what they was doing. So it's like, you know, when you have somebody that goes back to the hood, you know what I'm saying, and really tries to give back, and, you know, like something that's devastating happens to him, it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, this is why, you know, rappers, they get rich, you know what I'm saying, and they want to go live in, like, Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? Like, Beverly Hills is only, like, 30 minutes from, you know what I'm saying, like, the Crenshaw district, you know, 45 minutes from there, you know what I'm saying? But just to have the security and all of that out there, because it's like, you got nonsense going on like this, you know what I'm saying? He over there, he chilling in his own spot, like Dave East touched on this in his little video that he posted. Like, he in his own spot, like that was his block, you know what I'm saying? That was his plaza. So he not worried about nobody coming over there trying to kill him. So he not, you know, he don't got no security with him, you know, he not strapped, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, there's just those, like, you know, like it's like you don't want to be in a situation where you can't be comfortable, but you just can't be comfortable, because, you know, people they got ill will, you know what I'm saying, and they not caring about, you know, the effects of their actions, you know what I'm saying. So it was definitely
I want to get in with the Tupac thing, like how people were saying, like Davey said, you know, we wasn't around when Tupac and Biggie, you know, so Nip is like our Tupac, you know. I seen a lot of people comparing him to Tupac. You know, don't compare him to Tupac, you know, he's Nipsey at the end of the day. You know, and then everything he's done is just like, it's influential to the city, because everybody wants to be on that same type of like thing he's on, because he changed his life. You know, he been through the gangbanging, he's been through being in a room full of, like, you know, probably millionaires, billionaires, and he just sitting there, you know, as a man that came straight from the hood, you know, and like, and some of his songs he always talking about like where he still wants to be, even though he already has a lot of money, but, you know, he's still building. He want to keep on building and building to make his life the way he wants it to be for his children, you know. And now that it's all over, like, you know, he's dead, you know, he still is making strides for his children with all, like, even though his music is going to still keep expanding, you know, that's a good thing about it. You know, everybody's starting to look up, the streams are going to keep going, you know, and everyone's, like you're saying, like, the marathon continues.
And he owns like all the rights to all his music, so all it's all money in, you know what I'm saying? Like,
most definitely. One thing I do want to say, because coming from the East Coast, like, I'm seeing, and it's not like, what bothers me about this thing is, now I feel like Nip getting the recognition he's been wanting after he died. Like, they said,
it's always like that, though.
And yeah,
I mean,
most definitely, it is.
You can't even avoid it.
And it's crazy how it happened, and I feel like a lot of people say, like, you know, pray for Lauren and stuff, and I do, like, we should pray for Lauren, but pray for his other family too. His brother, he got a brother, he got 2 kids, like his father, his mom, his grandmother, like, they really got affected by that. So I feel like we gotta pray for everybody, you know, about that. So quick question for you. I know you are upcoming rapper, you from LA.
Yeah.
So my question is, you have aspirations of making it. I feel like they say once you make it, it's hard to go back to your hood because of the hate that exists. And we seeing that with Nip, how it's happening with all this. How do you feel about rappers going back to the hood and chilling back with their hood?
I mean, you know, like Kendrick said in one of his songs, he said, you can take the homie out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the homie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we always, you know, you always gonna have that part of you. You feel me? You gonna always have that. That's part of your story. You feel me? You can't avoid that. You can't deny where you come from. You know, all of that. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you gotta acknowledge the threats, you know what I'm saying? You gotta acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, that you're on a certain path, and when you get to a certain level, you know what I'm saying, you gotta distance yourself from people that aren't on the same path as you, because if they're not on the same path as you, you feel me, they're trying to deter you from what you really got going on. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, you just gotta, you know, play your cards right. You know, you go back, you know, definitely go back. You want to give back, all of that, you know, because you were, you know, a product of that environment and you made it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, definitely you want to go back and try to, you know, give back to the people that fed you and got you to where you got to. But at the same time, you got to know, like, when enough is enough, you need to, you know what I'm saying, bounce out for a little bit, then, you know, revisit, you know.
How you feel about that?
Like, you know, one thing that I was really talking to people about, everybody was asking me up here, especially about the security thing, like, where is the security at? Like even just to explain, you know, he didn't have to have security. That's his foundation. He built that up. But, you know, rappers like Meek Mill, though, Meek always says it in his songs all the time. He speaks about it, how the hood can come back and just kill you. He comes out with 10 security guards with him in his own hood, you know? And it gets like that sometimes, you know? I don't feel like it's like some other guys are like that. I know the game isn't always probably in his hood all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't think so about the game, but I feel like Kendrick's more so, when he's in his hood, I don't think he comes around security either, because I feel like it's a different type of, sometimes it depends what type of hood you are in. And like, you know, the hood's always gonna be home, but like as someone from LA, and I got some people that are actually from like 6-0s and 30s and 40s, you know, and it's real grimy. Like, I hear stuff about it all the time in hood politics, but should be grimy sometimes, you know. So it doesn't matter sometimes. Sometimes it can be your hood. Your hood can be like the reason that you just got killed, you know. It's not always, some people's hoods ain't always as grimy as the others. Sometimes your hood will really respect you, but sometimes dudes get greedy. And greed is a big thing, and jealousy is something Nip talks about all the time. You know, and jealousy is the emotion only bitches feel, you know. And that dude that took his life, he's a bitch, you know, at the end of the day.
For sure. I agree, and it's crazy because they say he was hooking up with his mans that was locked up for 20 years. They said giving him a T-shirt and like from his store, so it's real fucked up how that shit happened. And my last question about the Nipsey thing is, do y'all think that this is a turning point for LA as far as for the gang culture? Because I've seen like Big U say that Nip like kind of NYG kind of like unified the gangs. Like it's been like less gang issues like compared to back then. Like I don't know, because y'all live in LA.
The reason I can say that is no is because it wasn't a gang situation. It's more so this was his own homie from his own hood, you know. And then I like to tell people a lot. It's a lot of Crips that's like, you know, that's cool with some blood hoods. Nowadays in LA, it's Crips that's, you know, they shooting at other Crips. You know, the neighborhoods, they shooting at other neighborhood niggas, you know. It's not always gonna be like that. Like it changes. It's weird. It's really just about who doesn't fuck with you, you know. Like sometimes people not gonna have the same type of energy every time, you know. They're gonna just feel that hate towards you. They're hating on you. They want what you got, you know. That's how it is. That's how LA is. LA is a petty place. What he did to Nipsey was a petty thing, you know. You got called a snitch, but you are a snitch. So what makes you feel you need to come back and shoot the man because you are a snitch? At the end of the day, you know, that's what you are. You shouldn't have been no snitch, bro. Like why are you coming around a dude like Nipsey when you were a snitch and you know he's gonna feel that energy towards you? Like he kept that same energy from the jump, even though he doesn't be in the hood all the time. As any other hood dude would say, you know, you a snitch, get out the hood, you know, we don't want you around. You know, it was just a sad situation had to happen to Nip like that, you know.
How you feel about that? Do you feel like the gang culture, they think it's a turning point for LA for the gang culture with this?
I definitely think, you know, at some point it's going to be a kind of a shift, but just piggybacking on what Spin said, like, you know, it just depends, you know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody just depends on who messing with who at one point and who not fucking with you at the other point, you know, so all we can do is hope for the better for real.
That's real, man. Like I said, man, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. We hope that, and I heard that, I seen a picture of the dude that killed him, that he was with it. Like, he actually, like, knew him. Like, it was like a picture.
They from the same hood. Like, you know, they came up, and then I heard some rumors too that he also went to the same high school as me that killed him. Like, that's crazy. And, like, you know, it hits deep. It's like, dang, like, you know, he probably could, but like Nipsey always said it in his songs too. He said, "Same dude that shot you was the same dude you used to smoke with." I guarantee he smoked with that dude a couple times, you know. And a lot of things Nip saying in his music is, hits a lot of black culture, because a lot of black culture, you know, is to me of black on black violence, you know. And that's the biggest problem we have, you know. And then at the end of the day, we want respect from, you know, the white men and everything, but we can't get the respect if we keep killing each other, you know. And that's one of the main things that keeps on happening. It keeps occurring. It's like history repeats itself, you know. It's gonna just keeps on happening because of hatred and jealousy, and that's just one of the baddest traits we can have as black people. That's just our problem. We're too jealous. We want everything else everybody else has, but we never want to put together and just do it together so we can be great as a culture.
Most definitely, man. I appreciate y'all for talking about this Nip thing, man. I appreciate y'all coming, but I want to shift it a little bit. My man Cartier Sosa, you know, got a new tape out. You go ahead and let them know about it.
Yeah, man. Greatness Volume 1 is out now on all platforms. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Cartier_SOS. You know, you go grab that. But yeah, man, Greatness Volume 1. You know, it was definitely something I have been waiting on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We've been you know, pushing it for you know, cool 6 months. You know what I'm saying? You know, getting it ready. You know, getting it nice and tight. But you know, it's a debut album. You know what I'm saying? So we just wanted to, you know, give people a little taste of, you know, what's really going on.
Okay. So quick question. So what made you call the project Greatness?
So Greatness comes from my label, from my just basically what I put together. Can't Measure Greatness. So Can't Measure Greatness is a brand. It's a movement. It's a, you know, it's a foundation. You know, basically what we're pushing is, you know, we want people to be great. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something that they're good at. You know, everybody has something that they're great at. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta, we're put on this earth to find that greatness within us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Can't Measure Greatness is, you know, no matter what, you know what I'm saying, your greatness can't be measured. You can do just as much as the next person is doing. You just need to, you know, apply yourself and handle it. So, you know, basically, you know, we just, you know, trying to get people out here to, you know, be great. You know what I'm saying? Wake up in the morning and really chase something, you know what I'm saying? And not just wake up and let these days go by.
Man, I feel like that right there is perfect, because we all in college right now. We all want to be great. We all looking for greatness. So I really feel like that's a real, like the title of that, everything be around that is real, like, good for the circumstances that we all in about greatness. You got a song called Down Bad, and one of the things I liked about it is when you said, "Where was you at when I needed you?"
Where was you at when I needed you?
And I feel like we all can attest to that. Like, we've all had somebody that we probably put our trust in or something like that that wasn't, like, there for us, you know? So I don't want you to get too deep into it, but what made you put that in that line right there?
Man, well, when I was writing the song, you know, it was just like that concept was clicking with me. It was like that in the beginning of the song, you know, it's like that, you know, the beat, it kind of gives you that little mellow feel where it's like, all right, like it gives you like that deep kind of, like, you know, kind of feeling when it come on, and then it's just like, where was you at when I needed you? Like, and you just, like, from that point on, it just makes you think, like, all right, like you know, like where was, you know, these people at? You know what I'm saying? Like the song Down Bad, it just originated from, you know, me being in a place where I really felt like I was on my own, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know, I looked out, you know what I'm saying, I was looking out for, and I was helping, you know what I'm saying? It was all good when I was helping them, but when I needed the reciprocation, you feel me, it wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying, where was you at when I needed you? And then it's like, after that, then it's like, all right, well, now I'm getting it, you know what I'm saying? Now I done figured it out, I done found my way, I done got it on my own now, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what now what's up? Like, what you here for now? You know what I'm saying? So, Down Bad, that's definitely one of my favorite tracks, you know what I'm saying? When I wrote that one, I knew that one was gonna be.
Nah, I definitely want that. And you shout out Nip on that song, didn't you? Like you said, shout out to Hustle. Was that the Nip or somebody else?
That was actually for one of my other boys. My other boy named Hustle.
That's cool. That's cool. Shout out to Hustle, man.
Shout out my boy Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. Alright, so like my other favorite song was definitely Breadwinner. You know. Actually, no, it wasn't. But it was Ballin' on the Budget. But Breadwinner was one of my good, like, songs I like. I think that was a radio song, to be honest, because the fact that I feel like you was talking about you know, bitches love breadwinners. Like that's the concept.
I mean, you know, like you got like they loving them with some money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You know,
if you want a breadwinner, you know what I'm saying, fuck with me and I'll get you right. You know what I'm saying? And that was the point.
And that could be a club banger as well too. You know, niggas like to buy the ball and get drinks and shit. So I feel like that right there could be played in the club like breadwinner. Like it's self-explanatory. Like you said, like, you know. Another one I like was like I said, Ballin' on a Budget, like far from where I want to be, but who isn't though. That hit me because it's like everybody like we like nice shit. Everybody like nice shit. Could you agree? And it's like we like at that stage where it's like we want to be somewhere, but you know we like want to get the nice shit, but we balling on a budget. So what made you? What gave you that idea for that?
Balling on a budget. That was another one. And like what I like about, you know, my production and what I like about my team is like we really, you know, focus on trying to do a lot of tracks at a time, you know what I'm saying? So we actually like, you know, sit on, you know, so much stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that song right there was, you know, one of the first songs that I really, you know, really wrote and really, you know, really got into and really, you know, picked the topic to really talk about. And you know, it's like, you know, like you said, like nowadays it's like, hey man, like we see these rappers out here with all the ice and all the cars, you know what I'm saying, and they blowing money, you know what I'm saying, in the strip club and all of that shit, man. But it's like we want to do that, but we ain't there yet, you know what I'm saying. But it's like we everybody working, and it's like even if, you know what I'm saying, you are up there, you feel me, if you don't got no goals and aspirations to get higher than where you at, then like, you know, what's the point of doing it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I'm far from where I want to be, but like I ain't no different than Spin. I ain't no different from you. Like we all, you know, still pushing, still striving.
One of the lines I like out of that is when you said type to see 10 and make it 50. Like,
yeah, I'm the type to see 10 and try to make it 50. You know, definitely like, you know, hustling mentality.
Yeah, most definitely.
Definitely.
Most definitely. I think you said I get a wet. That's my vagina flow.
Oh yeah, that's that late night. That late night. Craig. Shout out 9-6 on that late night, man. That beat, like I remember we was in the studio. I was recording out in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
I had my boy 9 pull up. You know, he threw the beat on, and I was listening to it, and I was like, damn, like. This shit sliding, and I'm like, yeah, like this one definitely one of those like smooth, like, you know what I'm saying. I gotta talk some shit on this, you know what I'm saying. So
real shit.
We was going through that one, and I was like, oh yeah, we about to hit him with this, you know, boom, boom, boom. I did it, laid it down, and shit. That shit, we got late night.
Nah, like late night definitely. When I first heard that, I automatically thought that's like a smokers like songs, late night driving,
you know, late
just
night
something to think about. So
late
I
night
feel like
on the beach, just a late night. You feel me?
The beats was crazy.
Yeah, like as long as it's late, you feel me? That's a song for you.
All About Us. What made you write about that?
All About Us. So what's cool about All About Us is I had already previously done All About Us, like way before. You know, I had got the new beat, so it was basically like a whole different track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the good thing about hip hop is like, you know, songs they just everlasting, you know what I'm saying? If the concept is good, you know what I'm saying, you could throw it on something else and it'll sound even better. You know what I'm saying? Just so basically what I did was I just threw it on, you know, something that was a little bit more, you know, in its prime, you know what I'm saying, a beat that, you know, went with, you know, what's going on right now. You know, I laid it down and it sounded great, but actually in our video that I got for All About Us, which is on our YouTube channel, you can go and subscribe at our YouTube channel too, Cartier Sosa too. But you know, in our video, at the end of the video, you get a clip, you know what I'm saying, a little snippet of that old version of All About Us. Like the beat changed, but it's cool because, you know, we kind of got like a little trippy kind of like effect, you know what I'm saying? It's like it slowed down because the older beat was slow, but it was more 808s and it was hitting. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely go check that out, see what we talking about, man. That All About Us on the YouTube channel. But yeah, All About Us is definitely another banger for sure.
Hey man, like I told you, man, it was a great body of work. Production was good, everything. Like I liked how it was, man. And like I said, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through. My last question for both of y'all is, what's the plan for y'all in the next 5 years? Like what y'all looking right now to do right now?
In the next 5 years, we're basically putting Can't Measure Greatness on, man. We're pushing the label, you know, we're pushing, you know, greatness. I'll be graduating next year, you know, from Lincoln University, class of 2020, you know what I'm saying? So I have my degree in psychology, but after that, you know, we're gonna be pushing this music. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be, you know, trying to get this movement going and really, you know, putting people on what we got to offer. And like, you know, this Can't Measure Greatness thing, this Greatness Volume 1. You know what I'm saying? I hope it really, you know, talks to some people. You know what I'm saying? It really opens up people. You know, because you know, I came from just playing football. You know what I'm saying? I was a sport dude. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's a lot of athletes out there that, you know, like to chase music careers and all of that. So I hope I could be an influence to, you know, other athletes, you know what I'm saying, that want to do music. Like, go ahead, you know what I'm saying, do it. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely do both, you know what I'm saying? You just got to know, you know, when to do it and when not to do it, you know. But, you know, definitely, you know, shout out everybody that was on the album. Shout out everybody that worked on the album. Shout out all my producers. My cover art, Shorty Kayla was good. You know, my boy, Seth, you know, and with our engineering and everything. But, you know, Greatness Volume 1 definitely is the first step of many. So we definitely just building off of that.
Like I said, like, shoot, 5 years, I'm planning on being a strength coach, you know, trying to get that rocking. But, you know, as like a whole collective, I have a group, you know, we have our own little group, friends back home, you know, where everybody get back from college, we all playing to put everything together, you know. I even makes music, you know, I want to start training. My other boy, he has a chance, he's training as well, he has his own training, called On Point Trainer, but he's trying to get into football right now. He's going to Azusa Pacific, he's playing right now, you know. We're all planning, you know, put it all together one time. Like my homie has a clothing line called Def Club. You know, at the end of the day, in 5 years, shoot, we all can be connected at the end of the day. You know, I plan on coaching too, because, you know, even though I'm doing football, I still have a strong love for it. At the end of the day, I still want to coach. I want to teach the youth. You know, like, I didn't get to always have the special season I always wanted to have. You know, I went to a different school, I went to PWI before here, and I got a chance to go to HBCU, so I understand the coach, you know, I love the coach at HBCU, so I also want to show kids that, you know, take your chance going to HBCU, you know. A PWI can always be cool, you know, but at the end of the day, HBCU culture is always going to be different, you know. It's going to always
be with
get
your
harder.
people, like you really around your people. So definitely, I would say for sure get that HBCU, you know, education at some point, whether it's grad school or undergrad. You know what I'm saying? You can always go to a PWI, but HBCU, coming from California too, we don't got no HBCUs over there.
Exactly.
So it's like,
I didn't even know that.
There's no.
The closest HBCUs in Oklahoma, that's Langston.
That's not one. Isn't Texas before that? So that's like
Oklahoma before Texas.
That's the closest one.
Nah, I definitely say going to HBCU is the best choice. Like PWI, no disrespect to PWIs, but it's just like
no disrespect.
HBCU, like you learn more. You get that self pride of being black. Like
you learn about your culture.
Exactly. You get more of the culture.
When I went to PWI, all the black kids, we was all athletes, which is a stereotype, and I wasn't feeling that for real, you know? Like, it was no regular just black students, you know, and I felt out of place sometimes, like, even though when you're going out, too, like, you know, I don't like going to parties and just sitting there, and I'm just sitting there bored, because, you know, it's a party full of a culture that I'm not really used to, you know?
All that,
and I'm not used to that, you know? I can't really rock with that, you know? I feel like this is the best
songs you feel
exactly
every now and then.
I feel like this is the best choice I made. Even though sometimes, you know, even though being out here, we still feel out of place. Our music choice is different sometimes. But at the end of the day, we're all still black. So I can still vibe with y'all how I want to vibe with y'all, you know?
Nah, I'm hip now. Y'all hit the nail on the head, like, especially y'all. Y'all used to having parties, bro. Like, we ain't gonna get into that.
Cali still going up.
Shit was lit,
still going live.
Parties was lit, bro. Like, I feel like PWIs, you could do that, but it's not like HBCU, like y'all said.
No, at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying, like, in my 5 years, I still want to be a strength coach. So, like, you know, at a PWI, that's probably where I want to get my master's to do that at, you know? Because, you know, at the end of the day, those PWI programs are always going to have better strength programs. Like, being from LA, I low-key, like, high-key, really want to try to get in UCLA, USC. But if not, you know, Cal State is still going to be fine because there's a lot of good strength programs in that.
Most definitely. Hey, man. Appreciate y'all. Hey, y'all want to get y'all last shout outs in? Anything? Get y'all shout outs in?
Hey, man. Shout out Jungle Podcast. That's all I gotta say.
Appreciate it.
Man, shout out Jungle Podcast, man. Like I said, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram at Cartier_Sosa. You can follow us on YouTube, Cartier Sosa. We got the Patient video out. Greatness Volume 1 is out on all platforms. Go grab that, man. tap in, man. Greatness Volume 1, Cameras of Greatness, man. We in here, man. Shout out to our
Nice,
partner.
man. Hey, good luck, man. Thank y'all for the time. Los and Dewey, I got y'all next episode. Y'all guys talking about getting on this show. I got y'all next episode,
Yeah,
man.
dummy, we got you. We got you. Say
Hold
got
them
you.
on in the house next episode, man. This is Jungle Podcast. We gone.
Time to wake 'em up. A different sauce, I'm out the norm, it's time to shake 'em up. And you can get it how I get it, you don't need enough. Cause they be stressing over bitches they ain't even touched. And I ain't talking Colorado, but I caught the buffs. And once you get up in the whip, don't get to touching stuff. Chat star, all a nigga know is run it up, I'm one-on-one. So I can never settle for your seconds, huh? You said you got a man, but why you all up in my section, huh? You fucking for this product, but you really need a check or something. All it really take is once I learned my lesson, huh? I could've caught the forum, mama told me that I flex or not.